Alright people, Mike Salden here again. Welcome back to another Metal Gear Solid video. Today I'm going to get the big boss rank on Extreme. We're going to go from the tanker to the start of the Harrier battle arena in this video. And then I'll do a part 2 with the second hour and the end of the game. So first of all, when you come in that door, if you pause a second behind that door, the guard will have his back to you as soon as the door Snake came through closes. And then you can get him in the back. I would grab that M9 ammo from that locker. You don't have to, but I feel better having more ammo for the Olga fight, just in case I miss a few shots. When you come around this corner, get the guy in the right in the head and get the other guy in the head. Again, there's more M9 ammo in here. I would also pick it up just to be fully stocked up, just in case. Then come up the stairs. Now there's going to be a guy around this corner. Roll into the cutscene, go around, hold him up. I like holding up the guards just to guarantee my headshot, because if they're standing still and I'm right next to them, I can't really miss. And you sort of have to get really good at headshots when you're doing this big boss run. Watch out for this camera. Some people can run past it, but I just like to go carefully underneath. Come in here to get some chaff grenades. You could throw a chaff grenade to get past that camera quicker on the way out. I like to hold up this guy, roll forward, turn to the right immediately and get this guy in the back of the head. Then crawl underneath this. Equip and de-equip your gun while crawling to move Snake a bit quicker. That becomes essential later on during a riding section. Now for the Olga fight, I'm going to do a little cheese method where you lay on the ground and aim between some boxes and try to headshot her as she runs back and forth. It's really a cheese method, but it's quite safe, and it's what got me through this fight. So just get down at this sort of area, try to get your headshots on her using L2 and R2 to sort of move left and right when you're on the ground aiming. Snake can lean left and right using L2 and R2. If you're not going to get your headshot and you're taking too long, she will throw a grenade. And if you can't get a headshot, just go for a chest shot. Whatever you do, do not let her get her animation for throwing the grenade to complete, because a grenade will land right next to Snake, and it's just sort of game over. You really need to start again if you feel that. If you're unskilled like me and you need to do a cheese method. But really, if you got into the position correctly and quick enough, you can just sit here all day and really line up these headshots and chest shots, and it only takes about like 5 shots, was that? Because you really don't want to waste any ammo when you're doing this. You're only allowed 700 shots for the big boss rank. You really don't want to miss any shots or take any unnecessary shots. But that's really how I like to cheese Olga. And then we have to get all the way to Fortune before we drop our first save. You have to play perfectly for a really long time, but you're only allowed 8 saves. And to be honest, the best one to use is before Fortune for the first one. It does mean if you mess up the tanker and any of the riding stuff, like, you have to do the full thing again. But yeah, I think it is the best place to use the first save is before Fortune. Downstairs there'll be a guard here now. I get him in the back of the head. The camera can see him being knocked out, so I just threw a chaff grenade, which will blow up and sort of distract the camera and stop all that alert or whatever. As long as you get down the stairs before any guards show up to investigate any of that, it's all fine. Again, this guy will be around here. Watch his shadow on the ground. When it turns around, go up behind him, freeze him, back of the head, do a forward roll just to speed yourself up. Now immediately start aiming in R1 as soon as you come out this door to get this guard on the left. Go down a bit more, R1 straight away again, get this guy on the right. You have to be really fast at getting those guys, or they will turn around or go too far past Snake, and it'll just mess it up. So you have to be you have to get really good at taking these headshots. I'm not a really great aim, But doing so many runs of this, I just sort of got good at taking these shots. Freeze that guy as soon as you come through that door, and try not to miss so many shots when taking out the guy on the balcony across from there. Flip snake over this railing, just drop down right in front of this pillar, knock the pillar, the guard will come around to investigate, run behind him, get a headshot on him. Sometimes he can go around the other way depending on what part of the pillar you hit, so just be ready for that. Just move in the opposite direction that he went in to get behind him. Wait here for this guy, get another headshot on him. Just roll, and to get over his body quicker you can roll, but I kind of messed up the timing there and didn't get the roll right. Don't stop for anything when you're running here. Otherwise, the guy to the right of Snake on that balcony, he can turn around and see you. As long as you didn't stop for anything and you did that at about the same speed as me, you shouldn't get spotted. Come around here, get your USP ammo for not turning off these sensors. But don't start shooting yet because there's a guy that's going to walk in here. Let him finish his little radio conversation, because if you don't, the guards will be asking him what happened and they'll send someone to investigate. So let him finish his call first. Then stand on this box, get the first control box up there. Make sure you don't miss when you're doing that, because if you hit the C4 or the Semtex, it's really all over. You have to skip through this autocon call where he tells you there's Semtex there, even though we've clearly already detected it. But yeah, it's just a bit annoying. Move forward a little, get this one that's just peeking out from behind that little metal structure there. And once that's out of the way, just run forward and hammer triangle to open that door. There's going to be a guard coming directly towards Snake. Do not have the USP equipped, because the flashlight will give you away if you're shining it down this corridor. Just run until you see the guy coming out of the darkness. He can be a little hard to see, but once you spot him, take aim, get a headshot on him. Or if you get him over the heart as well in the chest, it can also knock him out right away. But I like to go for the headshots. Another guy's going to be coming through here, listen to headphones. He's all distracted and everything. You can get a headshot on him. Some people can just run straight past that guy, but I prefer to just take everyone out just for safety. Make sure you don't forget about this half asleep guy. You don't have to knock him out. Some people can roll past him, but again, for security's sake, I like to just get a headshot on him. There's some M9 ammo behind this pillar if you need to stock up after Olga and all the other guards you've been putting to sleep. If you put them all to sleep the way I did, you're going to need some ammo. This next fight can be a real pain. You just really have to get good at the headshots here. There's just no other way through it. I like to hide behind this box using L2 and R2 to sort of like duck up, like for Snake to stand up on his tiptoes kind of, and aim over this box. It might help you if you get really close to your monitor or TV or whatever you're playing with, so that you can like really get in close and see this little red dot when you have a headshot. Otherwise, if you're sitting quite far back from your TV or monitor, I find it can be quite hard to see. So I actually really got in close to the TV. I was missing a lot of shots here, and I was just doing my best to get as many headshots as possible while staying mainly crouched behind this box. I had to run away there because a guy threw a grenade. If that happens, make sure you roll out of the way, because the grenade will just end Snake right away. But yeah, mainly just keep ducking down behind this box. If you're behind the box, they can't hit you, but just listen out for the sound cue of a grenade rattling along the ground. These three guys, I messed up there. I was reloading, but you should be able to headshot them one after the other in quick succession. I had to punch them out like that because they got too close to me, and then I managed to get my headshots. But really, that was a lot of damage at the end there that I shouldn't have taken. Try not to mess that up when those last three guys come out. Headshot the first guy. The guy behind him has to sort of pause for him to fall over. Then you headshot the second one and the third one. But I just had to reload at the wrong time. Really stupid mistake. But yeah, I managed to get through that. And that gunfight is really the big first barrier. Even Olga was pretty easy compared to those guys for me. because I had the cheese method of just like laying on the floor between those boxes for Olga, and she got really easy once I worked out that strategy. But those guys, you just have to get good with the headshots. Uh, this might not be the quickest way through this area, but it was the safest for me, at least. I like to come over to the left. Watch out for these silver metallic panels. You have to roll over those. Do not step on those at all, because the guards, they will just hear Snake. Everyone will look at him, and he'll just be caught immediately, and it's just going to be really bad. This time, I'd like to go back to the opposite side of the room. Again, this is a pretty slow way to get through these rooms. I think other people have like quicker methods, but this is just the basic standard. I think everyone could be able to do this method sort of plan. So I wait here until the screen changes to the other side. You can manually manipulate it with a button at the side of the projectors, but I forgot about that on this run. When everyone turns to the other side, again, repeat what you did in the last room. Watch out for this guy who comes across. You can either headshot him from a bit further back or hold him up like I did. But just be careful, that guy is coming up once you go to do the second roll. Get this guy next to the computer as soon as you get into the Ray room. Get your camera out. Make sure it's the proper camera, not the digital camera you can pick up from the plant chapter. Get the right side of Ray. Get the front side of Ray. Come over to the left. Stand around here between these two sort of boxes or whatever. Get that left side of Ray. Watch out for this guy. I held him up and knocked him out because I was worried about running into him. Maybe you don't have to take him out, but I just did for safety's sake. Get the Marine logo and then just retrace your steps. Just roll over that guy to go a bit faster. If you did this at the same speed as me, on the same path, you really should have no problem. And that is the tanker chapter done. You can get really quick at the tanker chapter, and it really takes about 10 minutes. And it becomes less of a pain to rerun it if you fail something later. A lot of people are tempted to save after the tanker, and I understand why, because if you got through it and struggled, it's really scary to like just not save. But I think you have to not save there just to make your life easier later on. So now that you're riding, just open those two lockers, and we're gonna drag the knocked out guards that Snake left. I'll probably speed up this footage a little just because it's really slow. But don't worry about slowing down a bit here. I just think it's safer to do this. And if you follow my guide the way I do it, you'll still have plenty of time left in the end game to get your big boss rank. So I'm just going to put this footage on 2x speed, because all I'm doing is dragging that guy from the bottom right back out to this locker. And then I'm going to get another guy and bring him out to the locker as well. And the third guy, I'm going to leave him alone. We need him out of here to sort of mess around with, to waste time when the elevator comes back up. Because I think it's just a quicker way of doing that. You can waste time with these first two guys. It just makes it a bit easier, and it's easy to really manipulate the last guard. We don't have an M9 or any tranquilizer weapons yet, because we have to pick it up in the armory on Extreme. I like to grab this guy and drag him around so his back's going to be facing the little terminal thing here that Raiden has to activate. Even though we don't have a radar on Big Boss Extreme, you have to set the radar to turned off. That's a very important thing I should have said way back to start. Hopefully people looked up the restrictions for Big Boss already, and they know that basic info about only needing 8 saves, no radar, you have to play on Extreme, all that basic info. But yeah, you still have to activate that little terminal. Then I would grab this guy and just start messing around with him. And when he wakes up, just skip through all the codec messages, of course. When he wakes up, grab him again with square. Don't choke him out too much, because if you like abuse him too much, you will accidentally kill him. Do not kill him. Just grab him and let him go, and just mess around with him like this, and don't choke him too much, because if you like abuse this too much, he'll be killed instead of knocked out. As long as you see the stars over his head when Raiden gets onto the elevator, you know you'll knocked him out and didn't kill him. Be very careful about that. Do not snap his neck. Just mess around with him non-lethally, and then run on the elevator as soon as it comes down. Obviously, crawl through the little hole in the fence here. Again, ignore all these messages that the Colonel spams you with. Just hit square or triangle to fast forward those. You really don't want to pick up any codec calls that you don't have to. Those first few are forced on you. Um, like you have to just go in and skip them with triangle. With this guy, come around this way. He will never see you if you're quick enough. We're going to get the M9 tranquilizer from the armory. It's our first step to really make the rest of this easier, because we do want to be able to trank as many people as possible and to just hold people up when we have the opportunity. Just run straight across this bridge. The cipher will be going down and the guard will be going down the stairs, and they will never spot you as long as you do that. Next, we have this guard here. Just cartwheel across there. He won't see you. Get your M9. Make sure he's walking away and not looking at Raiden to get across that gap then. And when we're back out here, you can press the pause button to see where you are, and it doesn't. It stops the in-game timer. Unlike MGS1, where even if you pause the game, it didn't stop the in-game timer. Pausing and bringing up the map of the strut actually does pause the in-game timer, so you can do that and take a breather if you need to. But I try not to pause that often because you can lose your flow and your rhythm. But you can pause, and only when you're on the map screen. Don't go into the codec and think you're paused in the codec. The in-game timer will still run on the codec. It's only the map of the plant that pauses. So just make sure you've hit the pause button and not like gone into the codec screen or something like that, because it will still count as playtime if you're on the codec screen. So just to tell people about that. Over here on the right, get this guy on the back of the head, and come over and get his friend also in the back of the head. These panels make noise if you walk on them, so I'm just practicing cartwheeling over them just in case. But I think I normally just tranquilize everybody, so it doesn't matter. But just in case people are trying to get through there without taking any shots, and they want to run past or whatever, you have to cartwheel over those bits of the floor. So meet Pliskin, get this SOCOM ammo down the stairs next to him, because we're going to need the SOCOM to shoot out cameras and shoot out certain ciphers. But most of the time we'll be sticking to the M9, neutralizing people non-lethally. All the bosses will be non-lethal. But we need the SOCOM for Fatman to knock him over. So always make sure you have, like, get ammo for both the M9 and the SOCOM, because you will need both of them. But in terms of fighting people, aside from Fatman, you mainly just need the M9, or to get good at Raiden's kick punch or punch kick combo or whatever. But most of the time we'll just be using the M9. So come along, meet Stillman. We're gonna start doing the bomb disposal. This is probably the most annoying part of the extreme run, or the most nerve-wracking, because you've had to play for so long, so perfectly, before you're allowed to get your first save, and you just have to make sure you don't miss any of these bombs, or it can be really annoying if you messed up and realize you have to run to another section of the big shell that you thought you cleared, because there are extra bombs on extreme. Go down there, knock that wall, run back, because there's a guard in here now. He isn't here on other difficulties, but he is here on extreme. So just knock the wall to make him come up there, and then get the bomb in the women's bathroom up on the ceiling. It's still here on all difficulties. So yeah, just fast forward again through all these codec conversations. MGS2 really likes to spam you with codec calls more than the rest of the games. MGS4 is a lot of cutscenes, and codec calls, but MGS2, it really does have the most codec calls, I think. Take out that cipher with the SOCOM. Get it right in the top on the little camera bit, and it blows up instantly. You want to be saving shots by blowing it up instantly instead of spamming shots. Come into this door, get this guard on the right, get this guy on the left. I was kind of missing him here, so I put a few shots into him to make sure he was knocked out. Get this bomb behind this little door. Don't forget about it. Keep your bomb sensor equipped, even though the radar is disabled. The green smoke or whatever that shows the bombs there will be still on the top right of the screen. Take out those 2 cameras before you leave, because you will be coming through here again later, and it's just better to have those cameras knocked out. So that you also need SOCOM ammo to be able to do that kind of thing, taking out cameras. Put your back against this wall and be ready for these 2 guys. Sometimes you can get the guy on the right first, and other times I have to get the guy on the left. It just depends how slow I was at getting right into aim here. So yeah, I had to take out the guy on the left and the guy on the right. Again, always be headshotting people. It's just the best policy, and you really need to practice headshots for some of those guard rush sections on the tanker. And at the end, when you're fighting the Tengu ninja enemies with Snake, you really need to be good at headshots. So just wait for that guy to go over there and come down into this little room. There's a guard in here now, so just stop about here, get a headshot on him. I'll speed up this footage to 2 times speed because I think everybody knows what they're doing here. Just unequip and equip your weapon to crawl faster, just to get through this quicker, and then get this bomb, and then go straight back out of here. I grab a cardboard box and I grab this bandage too. Always be grabbing bandages if you see ones, because you will need them if you start bleeding against Solidus in the end game fights and stuff like that. You don't have to take out that camera, so I saved the shot, and I just came in to get this cardboard box because I know I need one against Fortune. There is a far easier one to get, so maybe you don't want to get that cardboard box and just get the bomb instead, but it is there as an option. It'll save you maybe 30 seconds if you don't go for the box, or maybe 10 seconds or something like that. Get that chaff grenade and come out around this way. There's a guard, so we want to run around behind him by going the long way. Just get up behind him, freeze him, and the next bomb will be on this little, where is it? I was getting a bit confused here. It's actually over here on the right side on this here structure. There's a bomb through the fence. This is a new one on extreme and the harder difficulties. It isn't there on easy and normal, this bomb. So just make sure you come up to the roof to get it. I think there's a bandage on top of that structure there. You can stop to get it if you want, but I missed it or forgot that it was there. There's some M9 ammo on this side of the stairs, so I would grab it just to replenish the ammo. Now be careful of this guy. Just cartwheel across there when he turns, and he won't spot you. Now there is a guard and a cipher out here. Make sure you get the cipher in the little top bit. Don't waste 3 bullets, and don't go too far out there to shoot, because if you go too far out, this guard that's out here, I kind of lost track of him. But if you go out there with no silencer on your SOCOM, like he will hear it. So shoot from as far back as you can, as quickly as you can, before that guy can hear you. Or you could trank that guy, I suppose, and then take out the cipher. But yeah, I would try to do it the way I did it and just snipe the cipher from back out there. Be very quick at taking out these 2 guys, because that guy across there can turn around very quickly. So just try to headshot him. Don't let that guy walk away the way I did. You should trank him as quickly as possible and then get his friend. Because this guy escaped me, I decided I was going to jump down and take him out this way, because he was calling up people to talk about being attacked or whatever. So I tranked him out, because you need to do this before any backup shows up. Now I kind of messed that up, but I had to do it to take out that guard. Hopefully you will not miss your headshot and you will get him as quickly as possible. And then you will take out this bomb that's always the same bomb that's in here. You have to drop down from above. Try not to have to waste time the way I did. So once you've got that done, grab these knocked out guards, drag them into this little room here. We're doing our little locker hiding maneuver again. Make sure to grab that pentazazim or whatever it's called for the sniper sections. Just speeding up this footage a little because it's quite slow dragging these guys in here. But absolutely do it. And here's the other cardboard box that you should get if you didn't get the first one. Cardboard box 2. And then crawl through the vent shaft behind that box. For some reason I forgot that box was there, so I went out of my way to get the first box, even though that there box is directly on our path. So yeah, you probably should skip that first box and just get the second one. In here is the SOCOM suppressor. We absolutely need that, plus the SOCOM ammo. And there's a mine detector over here. I think it's quite useless on extreme, but I just grabbed it for the sake of grabbing it. Make sure you don't equip any special items if you're doing this on a save file that you've got all the dog tags in or whatever. It's okay to have those items in your inventory if you've unlocked them, but absolutely for no reason equip them at all. You can scroll over them in the menu, but do not equip any special items at any point or the trophy. It will be ruined. So be very careful about that. You might want to even do it on a fresh save file to avoid any mistakes like that. Get your SOCOM out and start sniping these ciphers. Aim for the gun part of the cipher rather than the top part, just to make them blow up instantly. I kind of missed a few shots there, so try your best not to miss those shots. It can be tricky. And then snipe that guy up the top. I equipped the mine detector for some reason, even though it's useless because the radar's off. But just be aware that there are mines ahead. So just skip all this dialogue. Get down, and again, as ever, be equipping and unequipping your gun, and it just makes riding move a bit faster. Collect all the claymores on this side of the structure. I wouldn't leave any laying around because you have to run through here. At least in the center, don't leave any in the center or near that walkway to the left because you have to run over there later. And as long as you're equipping and unequipping the gun, it makes it all a bit faster. And it's worth taking those mines out of the area. Snipe that guy as soon as you come in the door and take out the camera with the SOCOM. Be very quick about that. Move in here, take out that other camera on that pillar. Move over to this side and sort of stand directly next to this little orange structure. Kind of get the camera lined up to where exactly I'm sort of standing if you can when you're doing this. You have a little bit of time to play with because it takes a while for this bomb that's attached to a package to come around here. But just stand here and eventually you will see a package coming with the bomb attached to it. And try to start spraying when it's not when it's kind of a little bit far away and not completely next to Raiden yet, so you can start freezing it as early as possible and just keep spraying through its whole journey. Don't stop spraying, and even if it starts to go past Raiden, turn around and keep following it. And as long as you hear the click and you should have your little bomb sensor equipped actually, because when the green smoke disappears off the screen in the top right, it'll let you know that you fully got the bomb. But I was an idiot and I had the mine detector equipped for some reason. So start spraying around there and sort of follow the bomb all the way along, and then you will just hear the click. But if you have the bomb the bomb detector equipped, you'll be able to see the green smoke or whatever you would call that disappearing. Take out that guy and then come around this way and you can make sure you get this guy on the stairs. I hold him up just to make sure I get my headshot on him. That was an extra bomb that isn't there in other difficulties. Quite a sneaky one, can be quite hard to find if you don't know what to look for, and it is tricky to get that spray on it. But if you started spraying at sort of the same time as I did and followed the bomb the whole way along from that position you were standing in, you should be able to take it out pretty easily. Watch out for these two guys on the roof. Again, hold up the first one, headshot the next guy, and then just duck under the Harrier. And you can get, this is the only bomb that's here usually on the easier difficulties on this strut. But in extreme, you have to stop for the one on the parcels going around in the conveyor belts down below. Again, just skip through all these conversations really. We don't really need to hear any of it. Just press triangle and it will fast forward all the codec calls. It's pretty funny that they decided there were so many codec calls that in MGS2 that they actually needed a fast forward button. Because I think they realised that a lot of people do like to speedrun these games and go for the high ranks. And that in MGS1 you just had to tab X to continuously skip dialogue. And I think they realised that it was better to have a fast forward button. This guy should be still knocked out, but just in case he isn't, make sure you look down the stairs. And the other guy that I knocked out should be knocked out. I forgot to get his friend, but just put him out as well. And here's another box if you for some reason missed the first two boxes. But make sure you get this last camera over here. And then we'll go into the sediment room. Now I kind of messed this up after this connecting bridge. But just run out here as quickly as you can and don't stop for anything. Wait here and just wait for that guy to turn and you can just roll right past him and save a shot. Now I messed up here, some footage is missing, so I just paused the game here. But what you want to do is headshot everybody going from left to right on the top floor. And then hang off the railing and drop down to the second floor. Press X to unhang from the railing, and then spam triangle so that Raiden grabs the second floor railing. And absolutely do not mess that up. But it's the quickest way to get down here to the second floor. I had a bit of a disaster when I was doing that, and some footage is missing where I was trying to put right my mistake. Having to chase around a guard and make sure he didn't call in an alert. So sorry about that, but I just explained what you're supposed to do anyway. Headshot everybody on the top floor. Drop down to the second floor using the hanging trick where you just flip over a railing. Press X to drop and then spam triangle as quickly as you can so Raiden will immediately grab the next floor. It is risky, but it is the quickest way to get down to the second floor and get these bombs down here. Everybody in the room needs to be knocked out. There's about there's 2 guards on the bottom and 3 on the top, I think. But yeah, on the way out you can just run back up the stairs. That was a guy knocked out earlier from across the balcony or from across the room. As soon as you enter that room, just start sniping people. And yes, sorry about that mess up there I had. Anyway, come out here and just snipe this camera with your SOCOM. Get this guy in the head. And then just run across. Don't really stop for anything. But you want to take out that camera because it'll make it easier when you have to go through there again the next time. We're going back to get the main detector now. For the last bomb, the big super bomb that was activated after you turned off all the small bombs. You have a time limit to get back here, but this is quite easy now, but still don't let your guard down because you're so close to getting your first save, and it would be a real shame if you messed it up like half an hour in. So make sure you snipe that little cipher. Again, shoot it in the top little camera part so it blows up instantly. rather than shooting the main body, which takes 3 shots. Try not to miss those shots and get them on the first go, because again, you're only allowed 700 shots on the big boss run. Try to stick to the left side of that grating so you don't alert the guards, and just run through as quickly as possible. You should have shot out the cameras in that room, or that hallway, so it's easier to get through there. Again, remember these two guys, left then right, or right and left, whatever one's working for you. I think I messed up a little and was too slow, so I had to take out one guy on the left first or whatever. But yeah, just be ready for those two guys. Again, that guy, as long as he has his back to you, you can just run up the stairs. Don't worry about him too much. This guard on the roof, I'm not sure if the guard is still on the roof, but don't hang about to find out. Just get on the elevator. And you're really so close to being able to save now. Just speeding up this bit, but get that SOCOM ammo, and then come out to where the main bomb is. It's over here in a new area along this side, so just knock it out. And now after this, you can finally take your first save before Fortune. Absolutely save here, because Fortune can mess you up so easily. It would be such a shame to lose like 40 minutes of work. You should be at about 40 minutes. If you're maybe even at 45 minutes, you're still on schedule. So try to be at about 40 to 45 minutes. Get your cardboard box ready. Don't equip it too early like I was, because I was getting stuck on the door. But this is why it was essential to grab that cardboard box. It's the only way that I've found to reliably get past Fortune. I like to start over here on this side, wait for her to blow up some stuff at the start, and then just start running back and forth. She'll fire in 4 shots on each side, and each time she fires 2 shots together, it's time to turn. So 2 there, 2 there. Oh, she hit me with the thing in the roof. I'm always running into that, but just watch out for that. So 2 there. She's reloading. 2 there, 2 there, then turn. 2 there, 2 there, turn. 2 there, 2 there, turn. And just keep going back and forth like that. It can take a little while to get the rhythm down, but she fires in bursts of 2. And you'll have to dodge like 4 each time before you turn. So 2 over there, 2 over there, turn, 2 over there. Sometimes she stops to reload. That can mess up the rhythm. But again, it's fires 2, and then she'll start going crazy at the end here. I like to go up and grab that SOCOM ammo sometimes. If there's time, it's up by that orange barrel, but make sure it doesn't blow up when you're next to it, otherwise it will damage you heavily. But yeah, the cardboard box, it is the way to get through there. The running speed, it's just the correct speed to get past that. I actually think they definitely designed the fight so the cardboard box was necessary on Extreme. Like, I refuse to believe that that works by accident. Anyway, make sure you crawl across these claymores. Vamp, I think, would have planted those there on his way down to find us. Because every time Vamp shows up, claymores show up. And I just have a theory that Vamp is the one planting them. Watch out for this guy at the bottom of the stairs. Just snipe him. Grab some SOCOM ammo in that locker. Come through the center here. I like to grab some M9 ammo under this desk. You don't have to, but I like to. And watch out for the guard on the right here. Just wait for him to turn his back to you. Hold him up. Sometimes he can see the guard that you knocked out in the other area, and he'll go investigate that. Or if you were too slow, he will see Raiden running through there and go to investigate. But as long as you crawl under to get that M9 ammo, you'll be busy doing that, and then you have a clear shot at getting through there. So yeah, don't worry about that guy too much. Stop here, wait for this guy, get a nice little headshot on him. I like to cartwheel over his body just to be quicker. Get a headshot on that guy instantly, because he likes to turn around so quickly. But if he sees you, just stand where you are, and he'll go around the opposite side. If he says, "Who's that?" then you know it's time to just sort of pause for a second, let him start to run off to the other side, and then you can get around that way. Throw a chaff grenade. Don't bother shooting out the ciphers this time. Try to save a bit of SOCOM ammo by using the chaff grenade. I also like to shoot the chaff grenades because it blows up quicker on the HD version of the game. For some reason, grenades blew up really slowly in this version of the game. Even on the PS3, they were really slow. Again, I just like to wait for that guy to walk out this time and then run past him after sniping the first guy. So that's how you get through there. But yeah, if you're using a chaff grenade, it's good if you're impatient to get one shot on it to make it blow up faster. Because again, whatever happened to the HD remaster of these games, for some reason, grenades in MGS2 take ages to blow up. It's a really strange change, and I don't know what prompted it, or if it's a glitch or whatever. So just freeze the bomb, and now we're ready for Fatman. This is really a real hard fight. Like, it completely took me, like, I don't know, maybe 2 hours of just doing it over and over again to finally get the method down. But freeze that first bomb, come around the corner, shoot him in the foot so he falls over, run forward, he'll start moving this way. Sometimes he'll go the other way, and you just have to chase him. Use L1 to auto aim and run with your gun out, holding square, and make sure you're getting these headshots on him when he falls over. When there's about 10 seconds left for this second bomb, that's when it's time to come get this. So get him about 3 times, and then freeze that second bomb. He'll run over to investigate usually, so just spam him with SOCOM ammo, and then get a headshot on him. Swap back to the SOCOM. If he's doing a little dance like that, run up to him, do the punch kick, just to save some ammo, then get a headshot on him. Get out of the way of his bullets if he starts doing that, and then quickly shoot him again, get another headshot on him, and always be ready to chase him wherever he's gonna go, and just use the L1 to auto aim, and be spamming your SOCOM bullets to knock him over as quickly as possible. It's okay if he runs into Raiden a few times, because it actually slows him down and lets you see where he's gonna go most of the time, and you take less damage than getting shot that way. But always try to stick close to him, and don't try not to lose sight of him, because if he gets too far away, he'll start planting bombs again, and you really don't want him planting bombs. You really want to keep him trapped in this state. But eventually you will have to get SOCOM ammo, so just be ready for that. If he starts to duck down to plant a bomb and you're out of ammo, you can do your punch kick and knock him out that way. So I unfortunately ran out of ammo. Here's a box of SOCOM ammo over here on the left, and there's some stun grenades. You can use stun grenades against them, but they're really ineffective because of how long they take to blow up. So I would just keep getting the SOCOM ammo. I was getting really lucky here, and he kept running into Raiden, and that slowed him down a bit. And then I was able to like auto aim on him and just keep putting him down. And really, you ideally do not want to allow him to plant any more bombs at all, and just get him with these auto aim and SOCOM bullets. And there's the other headshot. Oh, he actually managed to get a bomb planted, but he didn't get any time to pull the trigger on it. So yeah, I was lucky there. But that's really what you want to do. Stick on him with your auto aim and the SOCOM. Always be chasing him, and don't let him plant those other bombs after the first 2. That maybe looked easy when I was doing it, but it can be really hard. And yeah, you can drop a second save after Fatman. It's really quite close to your fortune fight, but it depends how like badly you're stuck on Fatman. If you really don't want to fight him again, you can save after Fatman. But I'm gonna keep my next save until just before the Harrier, which is where this video is probably gonna end. just when we're doing the bomb disposal, not the bomb disposal, but shooting out the Semtex control monitors on that bridge before the Harrier. That's when I like to save. But if you really, really struggle with Fatman and you just never want to fight him again, and you aren't confident that you can do the next part safely, then maybe you could save. But it's only if you really, really hate fighting Fatman and you really struggle to get past him. Again, use a chaff grenade to get past the ciphers out here this time. Just so you're saving ammo and not taking unnecessary shots. Because again, you're trying to stay under 700 shots for the big boss rank. Try to do better at headshotting that guy. Watch out for this guy and freeze him. And the two guys down below, again, I was always having trouble headshotting that guy for some reason. Just the bars on the railing were getting in my way. Take out his other friend and just flip yourself over the railing like that. And watch out, there's a guard in here too now, but I just like to make him freeze. Grab that SOCOM ammo in there to replenish after Fatman, because we definitely need more SOCOM ammo. Grab the stun grenades. Absolutely grab stun grenades, actually, because you will need them. They're a vital part of my strategy during the Tengu fight with Snake on Arsenal gear right at the very end. You definitely need stun grenades, so absolutely pick up those. This time I will shoot out these ciphers. Try not to miss, and again, go for the gun part of the cipher, just so it blows up quicker. And don't forget about this guy at the top of these stairs. He's sitting up there with binoculars, and if you run out and you don't snipe him, he will spot you. So equip your AK-47 and your uniform and just run across this bridge. Of course, it has to fall apart when you're doing it this first time. So don't stop for anything or you will fall down. And it would just be terrible if you haven't saved after Fatman to just lose it there because of that stupid walkway. Swap to your SOCOM and take out this camera and immediately swap back to the AK so these guards don't notice you. Stand at about this position and wait for both of the guards to have their back to you. Then immediately swap to your SOCOM and take out this camera. And then swap back to your AK because this guard starts coming back really quickly. We've got 2 more cameras we want to take out. And it just is worth taking these out to escape this area a lot easier. Like, just to have a simpler time escaping this area once we do the whole aim section. Definitely come out into this room to replenish your M9 bullets. Get some more chaff grenades because they always come in handy against ciphers. Again, keep your AK equipped now. And don't run into these guards, because if you run into them, Raiden's uniform will just fall off somehow. And he'll be spotted. And it would just be terrible to lose the run because of just running into a guard. So always be very careful with those guards. Don't go anywhere near them if you can. There are some very tight situations in this computer room when we're trying to get the directional mic. But just do your best not to run into any of these guards. So just try to stay back from them. I like to come down the right hand side, run past that guy. Pause around here, put my back against that, get to the directional mic and run back out of there. And stick to the left side on the way out, because that guard at the top, he's going to start running around the place. But as long as you're quick, you can just get back out of there. Going to speed up this footage just to make the video a little bit shorter. And just because the most important part's over. I'll slow it down again here. To get a guard to come out here, just knock that wall and sort of wait around here over in the right hand corner. Wait for him to look at the wall. Get out your handgun. Walk up behind him, grab him with square, and just drag him over here. If he starts to struggle, press square again, just once, just to make him stop, and just bring him over to the panel. And of course, that's how you get in here to find aims. So yeah, just skip all these codec calls and everything. Ames can be a bit tricky to find, but hopefully you remember what he looks like from all your other playthroughs, and that you're quite familiar with the game. He's a long-haired, brown-haired guy. He does stand out from the others like that, but get your directional mic out when none of the guards are near you, and that's how you get to see Ames. And then just skip all those cutscenes. Of course, make sure to equip your AK immediately when Ocelot comes to you in those cutscenes, just to get past that part. Out here, I like to just wait against this wall. Some people can headshot that guard from like running out and like quickly headshotting him, but I just like to wait till he turns his back, freeze him, and go in that way because it's quite safe to do it that way. Now be ready when you get out of this elevator. There's going to be an elite guard, as I like to call them, on the right hand side. Go up to him, freeze him, and then get a headshot on him as quickly as you can, because he will break out of that freeze stance. He doesn't fall for it really. Get this guard when he stopped on the left, and get this guard when he stopped on the right. Don't shoot him any sooner than that, or otherwise this guy with the shield, you have to headshot him as well. But if you shoot any of those two guards in the wrong position, the guy with the shield will see it, and he'll call in a caution that they're under attack, and you're not allowed any more cautions apart from the one that's story related there. So make sure those two guards are not getting seen by the guy with the shield when you knock them out. Again, throw out a chaff to like sort of freeze the ciphers in place to make this easier. I like to shoot them out this time, but the chaff grenade just makes sure they're sitting in one place, and it makes it easier to aim for them. Try not to miss as many shots as I did. Just try to be a better shot. Again, same with sniping this guy. Try not to miss as many as I did. Don't run across this bridge, because we need these panels to be in place for the next time we come back. Just shimmy along the side like this. I'm going to speed up the footage, just because it's kind of annoying to watch. But do not run across the bridge on the way back, because we need those panels to be still intact for when we have to return there the next time, just to speed things up on our second way through there again. It is worth it just to shimmy along those panels that time. So come in here, snipe these guys yet again. Or wait for this guy to turn his back actually and freeze him. We're here to get the sniper rifles this time. Make sure you grab both sniper rifles, not just the lethal one. Get that SOCOM ammo. So get the PSG-1 and then crawl through this vent over here between these boxes and get the tranquilizer rifle. We absolutely need that to be able to non-lethal vamp during the guarding Emma section. Do not miss that tranquilizer hidden in there. A lot of people I've seen actually don't know that that tranquilizer can be gotten there, but it absolutely can, and you should get it there because it's just easier to get it there than get it in the swimming section where it appears if you miss it there. But yeah, get both sniper rifles. Everything should still be destroyed, and the guard should still be knocked out on the stairs up there if you're quick enough. So just do that really quickly, get the sniper rifles, and then get out of there. And we're now heading back to the sediment room where I kind of messed up earlier with my footage. Again, I'm sorry about that. That clip was kind of messed up, the intro of it. But again, you'll see what you have to do this time when we go in there. Actually, just sniping people on the top row before you flip over a railing. Well, you don't flip over a railing this time, but during the bomb disposal you do. Again, we've got this connecting bridge to get through first. What you're gonna want to equip your BDUs, because the guards, they don't see you as well if you're wearing these, even though the disguise is broken now. So I just like to keep those equipped when running across there, just in case. So this time, this is what you're supposed to do in this room. Headshot, headshot, and then when the bomb disposal's on, you run to about this area, then flip over the railing, drop down, grab the next railing, and take everybody else out down there. So I'm going to save out here, and I'm going to end the first part of the big boss run just before we have to snipe all these things and fight the Harrier. I think the Harrier fight will be a good place to start the next video. And just save here as well, and this should be your second save if you didn't save after Fatman, and you should be at about an hour gone and you'll be on schedule.